Very, very straight one. Good evening. Good day, everybody. This is Felix from Plan B Express. We're talking about personal trading, and I've been telling us very quickly. We're working on 2 years to financial freedom. If you don't know, please take note of that. I want to give a very quick classes about personal trading in crypto. Crypto trading is not a forex trading, and many of us know that. And bear in mind that you have a lot of risk associated with trading, and crypto trading is one of the markets that you can actually monitor and manipulate according to the language I'm going to use. So please, I'm going to taking us a walk on personal trading using Binance, Bitress, Polonis, and Yobit. Okay. Before you go to advanced trading in cryptocurrency, you need to learn some fundamentals. So, but please, I don't want us to get this thing mixed up. A lot of mix-up many people get when it has to do with trading. When you mention trading, people think about you need to be over professional. No, you don't need to be over professional. All you need is personal understanding and be ready to take instructions. So if you're not ready for instructions, I bet with you, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. So, but I want to give a strategy. I want to give a strategy in my community, build with me. So everybody, please, if you build with me, primarily, take note of this. Trading is not a magic. Trading is not just like a kind of gambling. Trading is beyond gambling. It's not a magic. So you just need to get it straight to your mind. That trading have a lot of strategy, so which I've given to some of us on Build With Me, and some of you who are my members in Python Signal. I did inform you guys that Python Signal is not for scalping or day trading. Okay, but the skills I'm going to give to us on personal trading is basically more of swing trading and part of scalping, not necessarily day trading. Remember, when we talk about scalping is cutting, in between the candles or the movement of the price of coin. And when we talk about swing, we're talking about trading from bottom up, okay? Trading from bottom to roof to bottom. Buy low, sell high, and sell high, buy low. But when we talk about scalping, buy, cut, and take profit, buy, cut, and take profit. And so that is scalping. And scalping again can move by buy Bitcoin to buy Litecoin, and after buying Litecoin have done 20%. You cut off from the market, taking off the profit from the table, and then move that same money or the profit to another coin, maybe New. Then New has done 15%, and then you cut off from New again and move to Ethereum. Ethereum has done 16%, and you move away from Ethereum, maybe returning back to Litecoin, because Litecoin has done 20-25%, and you got off, and it has dropped down again by minus 25% or minus 10% or minus 15%, as the case may be. Then you cut in. That is scalping. So you're going to learn basically get information about your swing trade and scalping. Please write this thing down, which I always say is looking very fundamental, but that's the basics. There is no more magic. You might not need to learn all the terms, Bollinger Band, this candle, these things, Bolingo, this. No. It's all about that. It's not about those terminologies. Trading is not about terminologies. Trading is about making it. Are you making it? And another thing is that I tell people about trading. Trading is more for having your mind set and having a cool off period for yourself. And again, you need to design pattern, which I've always been telling our people. If you don't design a pattern, you'll always be wobbling. And wobbling means you're just going to be following the market up and coming down with it, going up and coming down, and there's no profit record. And another clause I want to let you guys know is this. Please, if you want to trade successfully, design pattern. And this is the first pattern I tell people, and I share freely with anybody. In your crypto, how much is the equity you want to start with? Okay, let's say you want to start with $2,000 or $3,000 as the case may be. You want to start trading with $3,000. Excuse me. $3,000 is the equity you want to start trading with. Let's say on Binance. Please, I want to give to you. I'm not giving this to everybody. I'm giving it to my community on Build With Me Premium Group, my community on Python Signal. Now, if you are part of my community in Build With Me Premier Group, powered by Plan B Express, now this is a pattern you need to develop for yourself. The developing of pattern for yourself is that number one, you need to have a record book. Okay? You need to have a record book. The record book must be given. You need to have a record book. Have a file for your trade. Remember, your trade is your business. Okay? Now, having gotten the record book, you need to design a table and statistics of your equity and transactions. Now, record your money both in Bitcoin or in Satoshi and in dollar with Naira, depending on what is your local currency. Now, having done that, now design this. You need to have, if you're trading on Binance, you need to have at least minimum of 2 Binance accounts. Minimum of 2 Binance accounts is very, very essential. Design that. Then, other exchange platforms like Yobit, Polonaise, Bitress, and all that, you can open them. But if you are using Binance as a major place of trading, please design, have 2 Binance accounts. Now, on these 2 Binance accounts, one, you are trading with $3,000. Now, 20% of $3,000 is how much? Or let's say $2,000, 20%. Okay, 20% of $3,000. Okay, $3,000 multiplied by 0.2. That's about $600. So you can take 20% of that, your $3,000, to buy those coins, because I'm not going to mention those coins we are trading in Python signal that we're getting on daily basis to trade. I'm not going to mention those coins to, on this training, because I mentioned those coins. This training is actually for people in Python signal, people in Build With Me. Remember, everybody on Build With Me are subscribed people, so I don't give information on the coins you are meant to trade. So the coins are given on our platform. So if you are Build With Me and you are watching this video, or you are on Python signal and you are watching this video, you know those coins. Okay? If you are Build With Me, those are our coins that are meant to be traded. Okay? Now take 20% of your equity. Okay? 20% of your equity. Those are our coins that are to be traded. But please, I want to tell us this. Don't force yourself to trade all the coins we may send. If you are in Python signal, you are on Build With Me Premium Group, don't trade all the coins we call out. Okay? But now select those coins you can actually say, okay, I think I want to trade this coin. For instance, if you are trading with $3,000, the maximum volume of coin you should trade should be like 5, because it's not much money. So if you are trading with $200, the maximum coin you should trade is 2. $1,000, the maximum coin you should trade is like 3. $2,000, the maximum coin you should trade is like 4 or 5. So there's no point trading so much coin, with lesser amount of money you're going to use. It's not proper. Okay, so don't trade with so much spread of coins, because your money is still very little. So be very careful when you have to do with your personal trading. So now this is the strategy. The first strategy is that you want to trade with $3,000. Now I've told you have minimum of 2 Binance account. If that 2 Binance account is opened, take 20% of that $3,000, which is $600. Buy those coins we mentioned, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Buy those coins. Okay, $600 spread among 4 or 5 coins. Buy them in their fractions. Now, in that Binance account, do the Google Authenticator, do all the security that want to be done and all of that, and then keep that there. Don't touch it. Now, this is going to form your holding coins. Now, there might be a portion of some of those coins that you might hold more. Some of you in Python signal, some of you on Build With Me, you know some of those coins that we say they are holding coins, okay? Okay, like the one of N, okay, the one of D, and then some other coins that we mentioned that they can spike at any time. So those coins, you can buy more of them. And then the other coin you still trade, then you can buy some fractions of them, okay? And then you keep them. So these coins are going to form holding part of your market. What do I call it? Holding part of your market. This is not, you are just like an investor on those coins. 20% of that your equity to form a holding part. That's a fought back battle of your market. Now, when are you going to touch this coin? When there is ultimately an all-time high. End of the all-time high of such coin is when you are going to sell that coin. And please, once that is set, you don't need to place price for such coin. Just leave it open, buy it, and keep it there. Now, the question you might want to ask is that, why don't I put it in external wallet? If we observe that the time is still going to take a long time, you can withdraw to external wallet, because we don't advise people to just keep money as long as possible on exchange platform. It's quite risky, but if you are trading such coin, there is no point withdrawing to your external wallet, because it will charge you a lot of transaction fee if you're always withdrawing and then keeping it to your wallet. You want to trade it, you bring it back and all that. But if it's a lump sum amount of money, it's better you just have a hardware wallet or a kind of external wallet that you have access to your private key. Okay, so now you have designed 20% of your equity and you buy those coins and keep for what we call long-term holding. Long-term holding can be like how long? It can be 6 months, it can be 1 year, it can be 2 years. Okay, for instance, I'll mention the popular one. Let's say Bitcoin. You buy a fraction of Bitcoin. Let's say you buy $200 worth of Bitcoin right now. And as I'm talking right now, price of Bitcoin is about $10,500. You buy $100 or $200 worth of Bitcoin right now, and then you keep it for the next 1 year or two. And if price of Bitcoin go to, let's say, $100,000 in the next 2 years, you have $200, and that you should know what it's going to be. So if Bitcoin is $20,000 plus, that's times 2. If it's the other price less than 3, if it's 40,000, 50,000, 60,000. So let's say Bitcoin do $2,000 in the next 2 years. So you have $200. $200 multiplied by 20, that's about how much? That's about some amount of money. And so that will give you a lot of money, and so that should form your holding part of your business. Now, the second thing is that your second Binance account. Now, $2,400 is what is left. Remember, I'm using $3,000 as a case study. Okay, so now what do? So the best you do now is to take this $2,400, divide it into 2 equal half, which is 50%, $1,200, $1,200. Now, how are you going to do it? Now, fund your second Binance account with $2,400 and divide that money into 2. Having divided this money into 2, $1,200. Now, buy those coins that we mentioned. Okay, those coins we have mentioned on our platform. If you're on Build with me, if you're on the Python signal, buy those coins we have mentioned. Okay, now if you have mentioned those coins, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, according to your portfolio, now use $1,200 to buy those coins. Now, if they have executed your buying order, now you're going to follow trend with this amount now. The other one, you follow holding for all-time high, which might be 1 year or less than 1 year or 2 years. Now, this second part in this second account is going to be on trend. How? You bought a coin, let's say you bought Litecoin, Bitcoin now, let's say you bought Litecoin. Presently, as we're talking, Litecoin is about $98, $99, as the case may be. Now, if you bought Litecoin at $99 or $98, you get the information that Litecoin is going to do about $135. At $125, you place your price. So you place your price as $125. Or you heard that Bitcoin is going to be $200. Okay? When it might take 1 month or 2, then you can place your price invariably at maybe 180 and ladder place your price 170, 180, 160 or thereabout. Just place those prices ahead of time. And but the prices are going to be placed very big up because expecting a spike in those prices. And so if that is done, you are placed maybe in Litecoin and other coins you must have bought, and then you place those prices within a high time range, not all time high now, but a high time range. Now you have placed the price on high time range, then you keep it. Then the third step is the remaining 50% of that your equity, which is $1,200. It might still be the same coin or adding on other coins that are highly volatile. And then you buy, okay? As you buy, let's say you still buy Litecoin, you still buy other coins and all of that. Even though you have placed those prices at, at a kind of a trend time, then you now have bought another set of those coins. Now this set you have bought, now you might not necessarily place it, or you can place like in between a close range. Let's say you buy at $98. You can place at $118. That's about 15% to 20%. So at 20%, so if you place at $118, that's 20%. And the price of Litecoin hits that $118. Now they have sold for you, you have made 18%. That is capping. Now at that 18%, you have one choice. It's either a choice, two choices or different choices. The first choice is either to take that money to buy other coins that was forecasted to move, but that coin has not moved. Because all coins will not move at the same time. And so the one that has not moved is still at the support level. You go down there, use all this money to buy that coin. And now once you buy that coin, then watch the market and place your order ahead of time. Now, once your order is being placed and they sold for you, you could perhaps go back to the first coin you bought that have gone up and come down again, you buy it again. Now, invariably that you are doing scalping. It could be daily, it could be weekly, it could be 3 days, it could be 1 day in that order, but that keep you, engage you to continue doing something in your personal trading. And so with that, now remember the first one you bought, you kept it for a long time, all-time high. Okay? Then the other one you keep it for trend. Okay? And then this third one you are scalping with it. So what do you do with this third step? This third step is that you do not wait for the all-time high of the coin. As long as you see you have recorded a profit, you take profit. You've recorded 10%, 20%, 40%, 18%, whatever percent. You've recorded that, then you're good. And so then just sell and then come back to buy another coin. So let me log in very quickly to show you what I'm talking about here. Let's go here. Okay. Let's Binance. Okay, so I'm in Binance right now, so I just want to log into Binance. I hope I just remember the password for this account. Okay. Okay, so I have a Google Authenticator, so I need to security protection, and I just hope you guys to have your Google Authenticator. It's very important to protect your account. And, okay, there's a drastic drop on this account and something. Sure. Okay, so some Ethereum and I would still have some Matic here. Seriously. This would PHP. Okay, so let me check in some PHP. Useful. Wow. Wow, this is crazy. Okay, guys, so I just want to check some things before I give you more update. Let's pump and wow, this is Matic. Ah, this is a Wolf drop. Okay, Matic. Okay. SNM. SNM. Okay, S&M. I do not have. It's okay. All right. So I just want to show you guys something very important here. And have some Matic and soon. Not quite fortunate that Matic has dropped drastically. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 600. And Matic. Okay, Matic. That's too poor. Now listen to me, guys. I want to tell you something, everybody. Just get note to this. Anytime you discover that the price of Bitcoin is consolidating or come down, there are coins that always pick up. Maybe I need to give you this hint. Every time there's a drop in the price of Bitcoin, some other coins that are not good coins to that extent, that are not top 40 coins, they always pick up. Let me get, we have RVN, we have VIA, we have Melta, MTL, we have Matic, we have FET, we have, okay, Matic, FET, MTEL, RVN, and so many of those coins always pick up. Okay, so if you're smart, this is what you do. Remember, the first thing you've done, you've taken how many percent of your money? You've taken how many percent of your money? You've taken about 20% of your capital into you've taken percent of your capital into what? Into holding, and then 20% into buying the reasonable coins. I wouldn't mention them, but like the like of Litecoin, related coins, and you place them at average trend, not all really all-time high, and so then you place the price there. Then the third is you bought some coins and then you were scalping them. So from the money you scalp and make some profit, then once the price of Bitcoin is dropping or have the consolidation, look at what you should do. Come here. Can you see coin? See Link, see RVN, see REN, even Tron itself. So look at REN. These coins will always be pumped. Now, not that they actually move, but they were being pumped. So most time, once Bitcoin is consolidating, I'm giving you a secret. When Bitcoin is consolidating and coming down, then you're going to notice a jump in the price of all these type of coins. Okay, so take note every time you see them that way. Then take advantage to pick some part of your money into those coins. Though I think for more time we're not giving a review on some of those coins. You can see RVN, can see REN, can see Link. Then let me check MTEL. Okay, MTL. You can see that even when Bitcoin market is red, all these coins are green. Now, but these coins, don't pair them. They are mostly not paired with USDT. They are mostly paired with Bitcoin. So what do? When the price of Bitcoin come down, okay, you have made some money, okay, you have made some money, and the price of Bitcoin is coming down, then move your Bitcoin to this type of coins, RVN, REN, and all of that. And so when you move it, they have strength and take advantage of Bitcoin. Okay, so as they move up, so the moment a Bitcoin is taking off, okay, of course you get info if you're on Python Signal, if you're on Build with Independent Group, you get info ahead of time of or at least within the period of where the price of Bitcoin or other coins are going to, and then you can come back and move. For instance, if you have moved your money yesterday, 2 days ago, or 24 hours ago into RVN or REN, so what it then means is that within 24 hours ago, REN has done over about 20% against Bitcoin before coming down. Even as of now, it's still 10% against Bitcoin. So what do? Don't get this mixed up. You have Bitcoin. So just like my money was wasting in Bitcoin, you can see some Bitcoin I have here. Now, as Bitcoin was coming down, ordinarily, I should have used this Bitcoin to buy all these altcoins. not top cryptos, but coins that are not much available in the top cryptos. Then I use my Bitcoin and move them to these coins. Now, what it has done is, as these coins moved, now a move against Bitcoin, so it increases the volume of your Satoshi. Okay, we're not talking of USDT now, we're talking about the cryptos. Now, all these top coins, once there's a drop in Bitcoin, there's going to be invariably a drop in other top coins. Litecoin, Ethereum, Monero, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Cash, OMG, and all of those coins. They're going to be a drop, okay, in all of these coins. Anytime there's a drop in the price of Bitcoin, OMG, Monero, all of those coins moved with Bitcoin movement, okay? So if they have moved with Bitcoin, so what it means is I have my Bitcoin, okay? You have your Bitcoin and Bitcoin is coming down. You have two movements. You can pick part of your Bitcoin into all these type of coins, okay? REN, MTEL, we have so many of them. I need to check some of those coins, and so we have so many of them that you can move your coins to. If you are in bill with me, some of us have traded, so many coins. Okay, we have traded so many coins that you can actually go back to check some of those coins we have traded before in Build with Me Premium Group. So you can move your coins. Let me check some coins we have traded before in Build with Me Premium Group. Okay, like let's check this coin. Just a moment, guys. Okay, RDR, another, RD. Okay, you can see now. Can you see RDR? Can you see a pawn? Okay, you can see. So ordinarily, you should have moved your Bitcoin to like RDR. Okay, now it has done a jump. RDR actually did 31%. RDR did 31%. You can see. So RDR actually did 31%. So, yesterday RDR did 24%, and today it has done 31% and now coming down. And so if you had bought RDR with your Bitcoin yesterday, instead of your Bitcoin consolidating, then you will have moved it to, instead of moving it to USDT, you move it to all of those coins. Okay, so I'm just mentioning some of them, but on Build with Me Premium Group, I think we'll be mentioning it to some of us, some of our members in in Build with Me Premium Group. Okay, so let's see CMT coin. Okay, CMT. Okay, so just note that anytime, can you see something? Anytime there's a beautiful drop or consolidation in Bitcoin, some of these coins have an upward trend. So you can now use them, okay? You can now use them to increase your Satoshi, okay? So it's so important you learn, okay, how to maximize, platforms. Okay, sorry, just a moment, guys. Okay. Just going to check some of my softwares and. Okay, let's check ELF. So you can see they have done beautiful coins. So you can see these are coins that I think I'm giving some of us expos. ELF. Some of those coins, those of you that have built with Premium Group that you have traded with us before, you know some of those coins we have traded before. They are very, very good that you can take advantage of most of the time. Wow! So you can see the REN, the way the REN actually did. So anytime there's a consolidation, and just know that the market, okay, Okay. There's a moment, guys. I'm trying to just like be very careful and just to give you wrong information. So please everybody, so it's not a room was never built in a day. And so be careful when it has to do with trading. You need a lot of patience, you need a lot of strategy, you need a lot of information, and you need to be careful. Okay, so not to make silly mistakes and then getting wrong information because some people can tell you a lot of things. I'm not talking about signals from some of those pump and dump platforms. So all you need is understanding. I think I have for the coins that we normally trade. BRD, bread, okay? Okay, I think that is still, getting pumped and then it was not pumped properly, and was actually consolidating BRD and just go down. So there's a moment I just want to show you something. Okay. All right, so I think okay, so there's so many coins that way, so you can always go there. Maybe let me check on coin market cap and so something. Or coin market cap. Okay. So please, this is a skills you need to learn, and don't be carried away by hit and run systems that just promise you heaven on earth and the goal, and it doesn't work that way. Rome was not built in a day, and you need to learn. A lot of things you need to learn. And you can see that some of those coins I did mention, you can see them in top cryptos. Okay, they're not there. Okay, so you can see RVN, and then you can see not digibytes, long time holding. Okay, digibytes and long time holding. Some of these coins, okay, you can see ADO. Okay, you can see ADO. This is ADO. Okay, this is W. Okay, so let's go. I think I can even wax. I have some wax before. Okay, so I just want to go again, and so please, I just hope it's not boring for you, but this is a technical, and that's why you need a community. And most of us don't understand when you talk about trading, you need a lot of tools. And so let me go to, okay, let me go to tools. Okay, go to trend and then go to, let's get gainers and losers within 24 hours. Okay. Okay, so can you see some coins? Don't mind those coins. These coins, unicorn, this is crazy. These coins are not on good market like this unicorn that is 366%, 265%. Be careful, guys. Don't put too much money in some of this type of some of these coins. Be careful, guys. Okay, so I can see Bitzak. Okay, be careful not to pump your money in some of these coins. Those coins that always got pumped unnecessarily, they are not too much reliable. Okay, so be careful. But sometimes you can come and take part of your money and just take some, some maybe $100 or $200 part of your money and take it. I think we did a drop on this stack, big QQQ and something. And let me see the exchange where this big QQQ is traded. IDEX and okay, IDEX and Luxy. Okay, that's no problem. All right, so guys, be very careful. So let me show something here. tools and tools ranking recently added coins. Okay, you can see ranking and then gain and losers. Let's see this guy. What market is it traded? You check now, you're not going to see this kind of coins in good markets. You see? Just 2 markets. So these are manipulated coins. Be careful. 366% in 24 hours, and against Bitcoin 364%. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, guys. So be careful and look at the ranking and go to. Sorry, just go something, buddy. All right, sorry. Oh, sorry. Okay. So you come here and just go to rating. And so see this coin, it has done 448% all-time high, and it's crazy. So yesterday changed, just yesterday. Okay. So guys are very careful when it comes to trading, and so not all coins you can actually take part of, and so be careful. And so that's for Binance. That's for Binance. Okay. So Binance. Sorry for that. So there's this one. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So guys, sorry about that. I just have a point and go. So this is it. So this is you know, personal trading and skills, and that you need to develop at all time, and taking advantage of your business. So now going back to BTC to USDT, when exactly you can see REN is still going up. REN is still going up, and that means Bitcoin is not going up yet. And the moment Bitcoin is going up, REN is going to drop drastically. So don't go there when the price of Bitcoin is going up. This is what you do logically. Once Bitcoin is consolidating or coming down, you can move your coins, some of your coins, to this type of coins. Then move some of them to USDT. Okay. Now, so as it comes down seriously, collect it back from these coins and from USDT. Now, having done that, go back here. So, and I want to move my money to USDT, for instance. So what you do is to come to BTC slash and then USDT. Then you go to BTC. Okay, you can see that BTC is actually down. Can you see? This is a reversal. This is what these coins normally do. When Bitcoin is reversing down, then look at this. What happened? This is Bitcoin going down. Then you see all these coins. Click BTC market. Click on REN. What do? They take upward trend. Okay, so they take upward trend. Not all these coins, not all, but there are specific coins that if you're part of the community, you will learn how those coins actually behave over time. Okay, so now it's settled. Okay, so but right about now, somebody want to ask me that what should he do? Should he move his money from Bitcoin to these coins? I'm not saying that, because don't run after the market. Like you want to buy this coin now, you are running after the market. So I don't trust it right now, because the market have moved from here just when was this 20th, on the 20th, moved from this down to coming up here. That's a big market already. So if you're going to go into this market now, it's like running after the market. So it's dangerous and it's risky to run after the market. Okay, REN, BTC. Okay, go to BTC. So BTC is still dropping, and REN may still go up. So look at it, very sharp drop. You see, very sharp drop. And if you check down, this sharp drop was have caused REN to give more. Okay, that's why you see REN move from 12-13% to 40%. So it's always a reversal. Okay, it's always a reversal. And so we still expect BTC to drop. Okay, so BTC can still drop. And but we still expect maybe BTC to do 12,000 or something before the dropping, much more. But we expect Bitcoin to drop. Beautiful. Okay, so now, oh, BTC, fantastic. It's still dropping. You can see BTC is seriously dropping. Okay, it's dropping, dropping, just like it has dropped to $10,200 today. And so it's still dropping, and then it might drop to 9,000 plus or thereabout. And so, but what is important is that you need to know when you buy a market. Now, this is what I want to tell everybody. Once you buy a market and the market drop, don't bother, just keep the market. Okay, let me see, EOS, but EOS still dropping and BTC is still dropping. As long as BTC is dropping, it's beautiful drop. So can you see, still dropping, it's still going to drop. I think this drop is going down seriously. So don't panic and don't sell with panic and all of that. So you can expect a very, very beautiful drop in BTC. So expecting, okay, let me go to REN now. So you can see. Okay, all right, let's see REN. Okay, REN is still now 14%. Now you can see, guys, REN now is 15%. So let me just test something and show you something. This is 1, 2, 4, 25% of the money. Okay, so about 25% of the money. Okay, I'm moving to REN. Okay, and so what do? This is 10,140 Satoshi, and then for check it, I can say move it to 11,500 Satoshi. Okay, say 11,000. Okay, 500 Satoshi. I say 50% of that. I say sell. Okay, then if you look at it now, Bitcoin might be reversing up. So I say 12,000 Satoshi. Okay, 12,000 Satoshi. Then as a 100%, and as a sell. Now what I've done basically, if the Bitcoin, and if you go back now, go to Bitcoin, you see that Bitcoin is actually now reversing. Okay, so a beautiful drop there, beautiful drop. You'll see Bitcoin dropped to 10,200, below what it was before, and it's still dropping. And so this drop down is returning back. Okay, so what do? And ordinarily, and if you have gotten this REN before now, then it should be a thing that you can now say, okay, REN, go back to where you come from. Okay, now REN might do, I don't say you should buy REN, I just try the market to show you how it's done. Ordinarily, you should have done that before now and make enough Satoshi. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, trading is not a magic. It's being patient and understand the trend of the market. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and all of those trading. And you need to get the understanding. You need to get the understanding of when we talk about personal trading, and so moving your market to expected level. And so developing and designing a pattern, it's very important. If you don't design a pattern, and you might not be able to move the market as expected. But ladies and gentlemen, it's just better you are patient and understand the market and how it moves. And then you go to Yorbit, there's no much thing we do in Yorbit. Okay, there's no much thing we do in Yorbit. There's just a very few coins we trade in Yorbit. And so I think I might not talk much about Yorbit today because she wanted to talk about on Yorbit. So trading is a strategy. Trading is a strategy. Trading is a strategy. So learn a strategy is so important. To learn a strategy in trading. Okay, RN is done. So RN is dumping. Okay, so you can see RN is really dumping because if you go back to BTC now, BTC might be regaining the market and all of that. So okay, so RN is dumping. This is a basic example of you don't follow the market. You don't run after the market. Don't run after the market because you will lose money. If you run after the market, what do? You're going to lose money. Don't run after the market. Leave the market. Now, if you cannot pick at the bottom, just leave the market. Okay, let me check MTL. Okay, this is not the market to buy again. Let me check ARD. No. This is not market to enter at all. It's the wrong market to go into now. Let me go to what coin and VIA. No. So you can now see what I'm saying. Anytime there's a huge drop in price of Bitcoin, so all these coins move and take a very sharp up. Okay, so that's pumping down. You can see what this coin have been doing. You can see a beautiful drop and then taking a slide down continually. So these are not coins you keep. You don't keep these coins. Okay, you don't keep these coins. You buy, you leverage on the market and go away from that. So you don't keep this coin. Be careful. You don't keep all these coins, VIA coin, MTEL, so many other coins. And so you don't keep all these coins. You take advantage of them and move out of the market. And that's what you do in this type of market. So be careful. Don't fall victim of circumstances when it comes to cryptocurrency, Bitcoin trading, or cryptocurrency trading. I think this will help you. So design a pattern. I've told you guys, design a pattern of your trade and prepare an exit for yourself. And then 3 steps. 1, a holding. Number 2, a swing, buy low, sell high. Number 3 is cap. Might be 2-3 days, 1 day, or 4 days, depending. And that's how you be able to pattern and your trade. So thank you very much, everybody. If you have any questions, then you are free to ask me. But ladies and gentlemen, this is what I do in my community. If you're not part of Python Signal, or you are not on build with me, even if you're a Python Signal, maybe you're not on build with me in my group or community, but these are places where I put people through on what they need to do, so you might not be privileged to take advantage of this. Have a nice time.